Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So no downloads for this reading. I do want to use my other new deck I just got from the publishing place, and it's called Weird World Tarot. And then I've got the Weird World Lenormand cards, the oracles. And I really like these ones. I thought that I would like resonate more with the sunflower ones, and I love them. I think they're awesome. But these ones I just seem to connect with more and get like really cool stories. So I'm looking forward to it. And then I'll just read the back because I just thought it was cool. So it's from Pentagram Publishing is the place that I bought them from. It's over in Ukraine. But it says, through my office window, I watch the life of the big city. I see houses, cars, people running in a hurry, somewhere or busy with everyday activities. I close my eyes, and in thoughts, I drift away from everyday life to magical lands. Hogwarts, Narnia, and Middle-earth. This wonderful magical world is different, and life there is much more exciting. I open my eyes and see my computer and the same street outside the window. What a pity that I cannot get into that fantasy world. I wish I could see its beauty and experience exciting adventures. But what about creating a fantasy world of my own? This is how the idea of Weird World Tarot cards was born. And so I think that's probably why I seem to resonate with these more, is because I am such a daydreamer, right? I love watching movies, but like most of my downloads from my guides, they do use movie references and things like that, and like especially fantasy worlds. It's just easier to share the messages. So I like these. And look how pretty the back of the cards are. So I'm hearing 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Let's shake up the oracles. So we got 10 of Cups in reverse with the Moon and the Page of Wands. 10 of Cups is like happy fulfillment life, but it's in reverse. So to clarify that, we have the Rider. And the Rider is all about messages. So receiving news that kind of changes things for you. It seems like it put a death or an end to it. Because, okay, here's the 10 of Cups. It's in reverse. It looks like a little pilgrim on that hat. This is not a happy pilgrimage because it seems like a rider came and passed on news. And whatever it was, it took this happy dynamic and kind of spun it out. There was a secret going on with the Moon. There was some illusions and just things hidden. But those things couldn't stay hidden for long because it did need to come to an ending of that cycle. So whatever it is that this rider came and told, whatever this message was of this news, it turned this family upside down. I'm seeing in the upright, there's this little family right here. It's where the rainbow ends. And these people are looking over at them, being like, look at them in the light. They seem to got everything. And so it's like they're not quite of the light, but mimicking it. And so it's in the false. Then the next one to come out was the Page of Wands. And to clarify that is the Owls. So let me see what this is kind of talking about. They say we're not ready for that yet because we can't move on until we understand the current situation, the present moment. So it seems like this news or this message came and rocked this happy family dynamic previously. So that's nothing new. Whatever this message is for, the message has already been given, and they seem to be in this phase of trying to discern which were lies and which were the truth. It seems like things have been topsy-turvy and their world's been turned upside down, but and they're ready to like let that go. But because things have been so good for so long, the image of that, this person's really struggling with what was real, what wasn't real. I feel like I was in that dynamic, and that whole time I didn't even realize that we weren't as happy as things were. And so let's pull a little bit, because there's this cycle that's ended. And so it's hard to move on from this cycle when you view the past as rose-colored glasses. You were in this happy moment, but it seemed to have been all lies, and it's hard to believe that they would lie to you because you trusted them. So there's this death or this final coming with this cross, finito, and so you can't really move on to the wisdom of things until understanding the actual truth, because I feel like the truth has been hidden so much that this person doesn't really know what the truth is. What is true anymore? What's up and what's down? So we've got 3 of Wands with the 9 of Cups. And what other one to clarify? Okay. Okay. So I pulled 5 more cards just to kind of get the current energy of all this situation. So the first one to come out is Ace of Pentacles. They're in this new opportunity. There's been a death to this cycle. And when look at this pentacle, there's a moon in the back of it. It's because of whatever this illusion is, this moon has finally kind of, it might have been the full moon of the Aquarius that we just had. And that's what I'm picking up. This last full moon was a blue moon, super moon, everything moon. And I feel like with it came illumination on some things that you just really didn't want to see. So with it came new beginnings because there had to be endings. So something, I see things being so rosy. I see a rose-colored glasses in a rose garden, and then all of a sudden, all of those roses like shriveling up and dying. And then you like taking off those glasses and being like, I didn't even realize that the roses shriveled up. I didn't even realize that there were no roses there anymore. That's that shock, like, what? And so having a hard time being like, do I really need to go and buy all new roses? So the current energy, okay, so this is 3 of Wands. This is like outside energy that's like still needing to learn the lesson from. It's like what you're doing that you're asked not to do. And we got 3 of Wands. And on there's 3 pillars, and I'm hearing you need to stop putting people up on pedestals. Especially when they don't know which face they are anymore. Because they put on this happy face, right? This happy home life. But I feel like whoever this person, they lied a lot. So they would tell you one thing, tell another person another thing, and tell someone else something. And the funny thing about it, I feel like it's an empath that this story's kind of from or for. And it's usually like you have this bullshit radar, right? And you normally can tell when someone's lying. But when they spoke, it's almost like they believed their lies. So they didn't feel weird when they were lying. And so you took it as truth. This person, they're living like three split lives. They told 3 stories, and to everyone, there's a little bit of truth in that story. So that's why it doesn't feel, that's why it felt authentic, and that's why it was believable. What you're doing that you're asked to do, like, so this was saying stop putting people on pedestals. I feel like a little bit of you knew that you weren't getting the whole truth, but you just took that little bit of truth and was like, it's fine. A little bit of your inkling was saying, like, look into this, lean into this a bit more, and like listen to what they're saying. And the more you listen, you'll start to notice that the lies don't add up, that they've told you multiple different things. And I see a thread, and I see you pulling that thread, and that thread unwinding everything. And then behind it, almost being like Wizard of Oz, you know, when you go behind the curtain, it's just this little man putting all this smoke and mirrors. So the energy that you're asked to do is to free yourself from this mental confinement. you've kind of isolated. That's what I see. I see you put other people up on this pedestal. They lie to you. They don't know which face to even show you anymore. Look at all the faces. And so for you, it's saying like, it's probably best for you to kind of like take your energy back and just have like better boundaries and walls. But what I also see here is because this truth has rocked you, it's made you feel like you're trapped. It made you feel like you can't get out of this, that you're stuck, and that it's a mental prison. It seems like you're stuck in a mental prison because you still view the past like it was good. Like, how did I end up here? Like, this truth that got exposed, this truth bomb, is this even true? Or like, was that the lie? Or were they lying in the past? Like, it just was like, they're so good. They had so many faces. They weren't even two-faced. They had like three faces. That's where your mental prison has come from. And so what you're asked to do is kind of stay in your mental prison a little bit longer until you can actually figure out how to read the energy again. Because I feel like you've been around someone very manipulative and lying for so long. Because they knew how to use feelings. They used emotion or feeling or something like that. But it wasn't true or authentic emotions or feeling. So, a little bit of outside circumstance. That is all about this. We have the 9 of Cups. I lie. Is that cups? Nope, it's 9 of Cups. I saw coins and then I thought I was wrong. That's what I'm seeing in the present moment, with a little bit of this being like, it's coins, it's cups, it's coins, it's cups. They lied, they don't. They love me, they don't. Like, he loves me not. It's almost like this whatever kind of energy. But by you kind of going a little bit and like distancing yourself and taking back your power, I just see you almost putting yourself with those boundaries. And this person being like, yeah, but I need to come talk to you. And it's like, you've already told me 3 different things. I feel like there is a little bit of space that you need to bring from this. It said, don't put people up on the pedestals. This person, I feel like their world has crumbled and they're back down here. Now that they're down here, they're like wanting to lie to you or trick you, kind of tell you about new things that can get them back up on that pedestal. But with this 9 of Cups, it's saying like the more that you kind of isolate yourself and work on yourself and those kind of things, that's when you'll step back into that 9 of Cups energy. That 9 of Cups, unfortunately, is not a 10 of Cups. But I feel like after this 10 of Cups got rocked, 9 of Cups is someone like almost fulfilled on their own. A 10 of Cups is, there is a partnership, right? There's the family, the children. This is all about legacy. But the 9 of Cups on its own is like self-fulfillment. Someone learning how to nurture and care for their heart. So after this was kind of gone, and then they realized it was all a lie and this false things and things like that, there's going to be a part where you doubt yourself. There's this mental war within yourself. And so the next time we can actually go in and step into this Page of Wands and get the wisdom from the owls, which is the future energy kind of coming up. We haven't really tapped into that. You need to find that wholeness in yourself again. And because you put someone else on a pedestal, I feel like there was an energetic leak. And so there's not quite wholeness there. So in this mental contraption, you figuring out, I feel like there's lots of like reminiscing of the past and memories and just like he said, she said, and like viewing it and just re-looking at things and being like, what was the truth? And now this time kind of having that distance in it. It's more objective. That's it. It's almost like your life review. You can review it without having that attachment to it. Because there's been this cross, this ending. and it puts you very much into isolation. But by putting you into isolation, you find this wholeness within yourself. And so final outcome, we have 9 of Wands in reverse. Now he's got that oomph, that pep. So 9 of Wands, we got Page of Wands. There's more of this fire coming back. I do feel called to read what 9 of Wands in this deck represents. And I went right to the page. The upright card signifies health, delay, and struggle. The card reversed means stubbornness, obstinacy, danger, and obstacles on the way. It was in reverse. So danger. Oh, we didn't even use. Oh yeah, chills are coming in. Let the energy come in. Just a second. Obstinance, and I kept saying danger. I feel like once that person on that pedestal has been knocked down, they're gonna come back, and they're gonna want you. Right? I need your energy to get me back up to feeling good. I felt good about myself because every time I came to you and I lied to you, you always believed me, right? I know I did all these bad things, but I always said that was the other people who did it. And you always took my side. And so, you would go out there and yell at the other people, and it made me feel really, really good about myself, something like that. So I see them kind of coming back, being like, well, you'll believe me this time, right? And it's saying like abstinence. It's like stay away. I feel like isolation is important in this part, and because it was all false. It was all false, and that's why Spirit crumbled it and took it away. The illusions are coming out. Now that these illusions are coming out, it's hurting multiple people. Multiple hearts are broken. It's not just yours. It's not just theirs. This person has 3 faces, and they told 3 different stories to 3 different people, and they didn't care about anyone else. They just didn't think they would ever get caught. The only reason why there's this power dynamics and things now because they got caught, and they're trying to rectify the damage, right? They're trying to put that plug in their auric field, because you used to always pay them that energy. But once you stop that, it ripped something from them, and now it seems like things are being taken or draining from them. So they need that source or that supply back, and they'll tell you anything. It doesn't matter which face they come at you with. One of those 3 you'll believe, because you always did in the past. And so that's what I feel like, that coming back, hoping that you're still in this Page of Wands energy, this naive energy, and that you really haven't learned your lesson, that you're not wise, that, they could come to you with a sad sob story, and you'd be like, who? Tell me who? Like, I don't know. I feel like that these haven't been the most positive readings these last 2 days. A lot of heartbreak, but I guess my question, would you rather be in a relationship where every day you just wake up and you feel depleted and you feel sad and you just settle and you're like, I know I deserve better, but this is all I deserve, because you deserve more? Or would you rather just be alone, and in that aloneness kind of feel that whole happy within yourself, that there's no other people always putting these burdens, and I'm hearing threats for some reason, someone threatening you, maybe threatening your peace or your happiness or something, that they're going to come and take your stability, and so you'd always cave into their ways. It was empty threats, they said. You didn't know it was empty threats, and now you know it's empty threats, and that's why you kind of put up this barrier and this isolation, and you kind of distance yourself from them. You're finding wholeness. I feel like it's hard right now. There's memories of the past, and out of all these cards, they're so black and gray and blue. This is the only one with color. And so you will see the past as like, but there's such good times. But I think when you do that, I'm seeing these memories come back. Spirit's saying, which face did they show you? And I don't know what the 3 faces are. I guess that's for you to think about, or maybe they showed you and but there's 3. There's 3 of them. And which one was that? Because I feel like you're romanticizing the very hurtful moments as more loving and ideal than they ever really were. I keep shaking these up, but so yeah, okay. So the first one to come out was the letter in reverse. Then followed by the letter is the bear, which all signifies power and strength. And then we had the mountain, which is all about challenges and overcoming them. So I feel like by you going into this mode, distancing yourself, putting up these boundaries, just so that you can figure out what the hell was an illusion within this, because it seemed so good, but it wasn't. I don't know, I feel like that's it. It's like you thought that these moments were so good, only to have this rider come along and tell you the news that, hey, guess what? You were blind this whole time. And so for you to be like, was I really that dumb or blind or something? That's where that healing comes from. And in that healing moment, you kind of take inventory of yourself, right? You let these people go, you do all your things. That's where you step into your power. Once you step into your power, you kind of go into this 9 of Cups energy. You face this emotional challenge by yourself, because you always had the strength to do it. In fact, you were the one powering this whole family. You were supplying energetics for this whole family. And now that you don't have to give to the one that was always taking or lying and deceiving, you've got this emotional fulfillment. So I feel like they're going to come back, and that's what the letter in reverse, being like, I've changed, like that wasn't the truth to something. But it's like, I see you being in your bear power and being like, I understand now. Like when you come to me with these lies and these sobbing tears, they don't work on me anymore, because I know that you've also been going over to this person and crying, and over to this person, and that you told them this about me, and I cared for you, and how could you tell people such awful things about me? Like that's the weird thing. I feel like is like, I'm hearing that they were like bad talking you to others, even though you were the ones maintaining all this color in this life and this lifestyle. So, okay, Spirit, I feel like it's time to wrap this up. Is there anything else that you want to share to whoever this message is for? They're saying you're in that. Normally, this is a negative card. Normally, you don't want to be trapped in mental confinements. Normally, within this, there's 8 swords around her. She's got her hands tied. She's blindfolded. Every time she walks forward or looks to the left or right, she's cut because there's swords surrounding her. But there's no swords behind her. She can back up and remove herself from the situation. It just seems like you're confined. But this is a positive in this reading. This mental confinement, it's like you'd been lied to so much and you just always believed things that were told to you, that now I see that kind of the veil has been ripped from you. The illusions have been shown. You having that mental confinement. You never had that before. Things were so good. Things were so peaceful. And you're trying to avoid this moment, but this moment is going to bring you the wisdom. It's very empowering for you to stay in there. Don't stay there forever, right? Don't get too comfortable, right? Don't make a jail be your home, a mental jail. But I feel like at this moment, especially when people are going to come back and lie, and you know they're liars, that they're going to come back and try and trick you and deceive you and send all these love letters about things and like, I've changed. It's protection in this. It's protection for you to finally get back to that 9 of Pentacles and this bear energy. When I saw those 2 cards, I was just starting to get like lots of real masculine, manly energy come through. I feel like when it was in this 10 of cups, that the other person seemed to wear the pants or made the calls, and they always told you what to do, and you would just obey. And so that's what I'm seeing like now, is you standing into this like authoritative type energy. Emperor hasn't quite come out, but that's the vibe of what I was getting with the bear there, with the 9 of cups. It's like you being fulfilled on your own, and tapping back into that power. Something to do with you taking power of your own life again. So I pulled just one more card and I just got man. He doesn't like what he sees. He's looking, he's a little bit pissed off, but he sees. There's no more blindfold on him, no more tricks and deception. And so what I'm seeing from that one is this energy, the swords, 8 of swords, again, is protection. It's going in there to work within the mental everything in the heart and find that balance and things like that. There's still so much wisdom to learn from this. And from there, confining yourself, adding those boundaries, it's really going to tap you into this energy, right? This energy is this energy. This man is complete and whole and everything on his own. And I'm seeing him now look at the situation and be like, I see exactly everything. So at this present moment, I'm getting not understanding. Memories are coming back and they seem to be a little bit more rose-colored and happy than you remember. And then that could kind of pull you back, pull your heartstrings. But there was lies. There was something within this story. And so now after all this balance of what the hell was real and what was not, which party was doing what when, and so now they see clear. Now because they have stepped into this bear energy and have this 9 of cups moment, right? Their heart is back, their mind is back. They can remove themselves from the mental war, mental struggle. And then all I want from this is one card to wrap it all up, and they said one from each deck. Oh. So from the Oracle ones, to sum up all this, after all this journey, after all this mental back and forth and feeling a little bit trapped, finding protection in that slowing down, finding that power, the sun's going to come back. The sun will rise again. And so as I said, most of these, especially with the moon, were so gray and bleak and dark. The only one that was colorful was the 10 of cups, but that was a lie. That was an illusion. The sun is going to bring back more color. So there is potential to actually have a real happy 10 of cups situation. So one card to wrap this all up. Okay, I actually got 2. One of them is the wild card. It's whatever you want to make of it. And so it's interesting. And then the last one I got was like 8 of Pentacles. And 8 of Pentacles in reverse is all about you. In the upright is you working on your craft and your skill and things like that. And that's what I felt like over and over and over and over of this. You would do things and it kept you trapped. But as I said, all of these are gray and blah and bleak. This is the only color that's coming out in all these cards, minus the mountain. There's a little bit of light within this challenge or problem that you'll learn from. But the sun's going to come back. And I said, with the sun brings back more color, more spark. And maybe there's a new opportunity for this 10 of cups. But in my head, I got that it wasn't a 10 of cups. And so I'm so glad the wild card came, because I'm getting this is now going to be a 10 of Pentacles, which is still the 10 of cups, but it's even more stable and it's even more long term, and it's creating a legacy for your family to have contentment, love, and joy. So I feel like that's very powerful. So with the Sun comes new opportunity. Whatever you want this card to be, you can do. Because I don't feel like people can trick and deceive you anymore, because you really stepped into your power. You saw that the moon was creating illusions, so you created a new opportunity by facing your fears, right? The three things that I feel like with this Ten of Cups, they're telling me, I heard that there was three things that you just would not settle for. And then it said, no, just one thing. There's just one thing that you know is you're like, I don't put up with that. And that person did it. And you're just like, I never thought that they would do that, right? They know that that's my mountain, my challenge, that's the thing that I just won't accept. And they did it anyways. And so with you, it kind of put you into this mental prison. But this mental prison really made you step into your bear energy and find that fulfillment and everything within yourself. You have to start filling up your cup first. And by doing so, you realize I can't go out and work on what other people want me to. It's an inside job. The more and more I focus on things outside of me, the more and more I feel like I'm still just in this student energy. I don't feel like I'm really growing and thriving. It seems like there's something missing. And that thing that's missing will come to you in the form of a message that brings the ending. But that ending, it brought you wisdom and knowledge and insights so that you could light your sunshine again. Because it seems like in this story that they were lighting someone else's sunshine. And they weren't feeling, well, no, I get that they thought everything was rainbows and sunshines. And so that sideswipe really took things and really brought out some shadows, I'm hearing. But those shadows were there the whole time. It really wasn't all sunshine and roses. So it's nice to know and not be in the dark so that you can make informed decisions to light your own sunshine. So with that, we'll leave it there. I hope you have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.